Hey guys, welcome back to GP Blog, and it's time to delve into that incident at Copse Corner. My name is Cameron Smith, and today I'll be honing in on who was in the wrong, whether the penalty was justified, and other examples of title rivals who have collided. Enjoy! Before we get into things, make sure to like the video, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications so you know every time we upload. Let's get into it. Our last video went through Red Bull's rage, Mercedes' reaction, and the FIA's explanation, so check that out if you haven't already. But in this video, it's time to analyse the incident. The build-up. Something like this has been brewing all year, whether that be at Bahrain when Verstappen had to hand the place back to Hamilton, or in Imola when the Dutchman forced the Brit onto the curb at turn 1. A major incident seemed just around the corner, after the Red Bull driver took pole position away from Hamilton after winning the sprint race. The 7-time world champion was riled up in front of a rousing home crowd. Then, after chasing Verstappen around the first 8 corners of the home of British motorsport, Hamilton lunged down the inside of Copse Corner, clipping Verstappen's rear right wheel, sending him spinning into the barriers. Was the penalty fair? The incident has divided opinion, with some saying Hamilton was at fault for not hitting the apex, a large proportion of fans believing it was a racing incident, while some claim Verstappen turned in and didn't leave enough room. In my view, both drivers played a role in the accident. Hamilton should have stayed closer to the corner, like he did with Charles Leclerc later in the race, but Verstappen also turned in despite Hamilton's presence. Ultimately, they both expected the other to back off, and when neither did, this was the end result. The FIA deemed Hamilton at fault, and he was handed a 10-second time penalty for his role in the collision. Personally, as it was on the opening lap, I would have deemed it a racing incident, but as Verstappen's race was ended by said incident, it's understandable why the FIA made the decision they did. But, as Ayrton Senna once said, if you no longer go for a gap that exists, you are no longer a racing driver. Other examples of title rivals crashing. This incident has caused shockwaves around the F1 world, but it's certainly not the first time that two title rivals have collided with each other. Looking back to the late 1980s and 1990s, there were several instances of title rivals colliding. Ayrton Senna and Alain Prost collided in 1989 and in 1990, both of which happened at Suzuka, whilst Michael Schumacher won the 1994 championship after crashing with rival Damon Hill. In 1997, Schumacher was involved again, but came out on the losing side after making contact with Jacques Villeneuve. The German was even disqualified from that year's championship because of the way he tried to take Villeneuve out. Taking a look at more recent examples, Red Bull teammates Sebastian Vettel and Mark Webber came together at Turkey during the 5-way title fight of 2010. Webber was leading the race and looked set to secure his 3rd win on the bounce. However, Vettel closed him down and saw an opportunity for an overtake along the straight. The German went for the move but was spun around by his teammate. Vettel was forced to retire from the race, whilst Webber eventually came home 3rd. Cracks in their relationship started to show, but Vettel was able to recover to win the first of 4 consecutive world titles. Another 2 examples came between Mercedes teammates and childhood friends Lewis Hamilton and Nico Rosberg. In 2014, whilst they battled for the lead at Spa, Rosberg caused Hamilton a puncture, which meant the Brit had to retire, whilst the German was able to finish the race and come home 2nd. However, the major incident happened at the 2016 Spanish Grand Prix. Rosberg had taken victory in the opening 4 races, so Hamilton knew he couldn't let his teammate win again. Desperate to regain the lead after losing it off the line, Hamilton was pushed wide on the straight coming out of turn 3 and onto the grass. With a lack of grip, he was unable to control his car, and he crashed straight into Rosberg, causing them both to retire and allowing Verstappen to win on his Red Bull debut. In the end, Rosberg won the title that year and subsequently retired from the sport to spend time with his family. Conclusion. So, Hamilton and Verstappen's crash is far from the first to occur between championship rivals, and it certainly won't be the last. In fact, with the way this 2021 season is playing out, I'd be willing to bet that it won't be the last time the pair collide before the season finale in Abu Dhabi. What did you make of the Turn 9 collision? Let me know in the comments section below, and I'll catch you next time.